Hi, Laura Weigel here with the Will to Wild Jewelry, and I want to jump on today and wish you a happy new moon in Pisces this March 6, 2019. And yesterday, Mercury went into retrograde. So I also made a video about that yesterday. And I have a blog post as well, which I will add a link to so that you can check out my blog post. But I'm jumping on here today so that we can do a new moon, manifesting new moon meditation together. But first of all, I pulled some cards specifically for my Holistic RX private Facebook group. But the cards were so profound that I decided to share them here. And if you follow me, you know I don't really do a lot of shares with card pulls, but these were amazing. So I want to read this one to you. The intention is this manifesting new moon in Pisces, which Pisces is a magical sign. It's a very emotional sign. It's a highly intuitive sign as well. So I'm really hoping that our focus can be in those areas and manifesting in those areas. And since Mercury also went retrograde, it's my belief that this is all about communicating, right? Communicating either with spirit or with our higher self, our intuition, those deeper sides of ourselves, and how we have the courage to express that. So, with no further ado, the card that I pulled for us comes from Postcards of the Spirit. They're really fun cards. Okay, dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you, we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so loved. So that card, the inspiration, and about really diving in deeper, really to me went along with this Pisces new moon and in manifesting a life around what truly inspires you. So I'm encouraging you and myself and anyone else that's watching this video along with this new moon to take this to your journal after our meditation. What truly inspires you, and how can you manifest that into your life? What steps can you take to manifest what truly inspires you? Now, these next cards come from a new crystal deck that I got. I believe they're just called Crystals, the Stone Deck. And I pulled 4 crystal cards for us in the group, which of course now I'm sharing with all of you. But I was just blown away by the cards, and it's what inspired this video because they're the exact 3 of the cards are the same 3 that I recommended in my blog about this new moon and Mercury retrograde. So that just kind of like blew my mind, and I had to share it with you. The first one is labradorite, which is a very protective stone, which is nice to have during Mercury retrograde for sure. It also correlates with our throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So really communicating from spirit. It is the stone of magic and inviting in those magical energies. And this card suggests that it's a card that goes along with Pisces. So to me, it just really went along with this new moon in Pisces. Spiritual, artistic, and dreamy labradorite. Next up was aquamarine, which is just truly so is labradorite, one of my favorite stones. Aquamarine is a throat chakra stone, communication. It's also the stone of courage, giving you the courage to communicate from your heart, to communicate what inspires you. And to know, right? So communication isn't just you speaking out into the world, but it's also being heard. It's also listening, and not just listening to other people in the world, but truly listening to your intuition, your higher self or spirit. So it's a great, great stone to meditate with and to even take into your writing to help you to better communicate. Great crystal to go along with this new moon and Mercury retrograde. Lastly was rose quartz. So really getting in touch with your heart chakra and what feels good to you. Rose quartz is all about yourself, and it's all about that self-love and nurturing and giving yourself that time so that you can grow spiritually, right? Because you're not going to really grow or be in touch with yourself unless you take that time. And lastly was a crystal that was not in my blog post, but I love this because it's carnelian, and it's associated with your sacral chakra, which is all about creation. It's about passion and joy and that sexual energy, and about bringing your ideas forth to life and really, really creating with those ideas to life. So those are the 4 crystal recommendations. Now, what I would love for us to do is to really set our intention for this new moon, this manifesting new moon, and in the areas of what it's around, okay? So if you don't have a piece of paper or a notebook by you right now, I encourage you to push pause and to go grab one. And if you do, let's get started. I would love for you to write down 3 things that you want to manifest in this area of inspiration and creating from your spirit, and what it is that you would like to bring forth into the world, what inspires you. So let's write down those 3 manifestations, and if it's only one or if it's more, that's fine, but let's try to narrow it down for our 3 big ones, okay? So we're going to write those down. That's just kind of the intention that we're setting before we go into this meditation, which I know I've already been talking for a while. So let's go into this quick meditation and just kind of closing our eyes and setting the intention and the tone for this meditation. Let's take in a nice deep cleansing breath together. And sigh it out. Just let it all go. The day's worries, the stresses, the to-do list. Let's take in another deep breath and really push it out and let it all go. With this next breath, become more aware of your body and just where you feel tight and where you're holding your stress. Take another deep inhale and let's just let it all go. Feeling yourself to relax more and letting your breath become natural, the natural rhythm of your body. Just observing the breath. And remembering that you are the observer. You're not your thoughts. You're not your worries. You're just the observer. So as thoughts come up, and they will, just picture your thoughts as clouds floating by in the sky. And don't become attached to them. Just bring it back to your breath and the rise and the fall of your chest. The inhale and the exhale. As you're feeling more and more relaxed, with each breath, you're a step deeper into the relaxation. With each exhale, you release a little bit more of those attachments. Inhaling and exhaling. I want you to picture yourself now in a very peaceful, grassy, open field. You're surrounded by beautiful mountains and evergreen trees, and off in the distance is the ocean, which you can ever so slightly hear some of the waves crashing against some rocks. You can feel a light breeze blowing in the wind. It's a warm breeze, but it's not too warm. It's one of those beautiful spring, almost spring days where the chill is still in the air, but the sun feels nice and warm. And as you're walking through this field, you feel tired and relaxed, and you want to lay in the sun. And off to this distance, you see the most perfect empty area where you can lay down a blanket and curl up under the sun and just focus on your breath. As you're laying on this blanket, focusing on your breath, I want you to place one hand on your heart and one hand right above your navel and your stomach. And as you're breathing in, don't just breathe in your heart area. Take it all the way down to your stomach, inflating it like a balloon and exhaling it out. This time as you're inhaling, I want you to imagine that you're inhaling beautiful golden flecks of light, healing golden flecks of light. Inhaling and exhaling. Imagine these golden flecks of light on your next inhale, attaching to anything in your body where there might feel tension or illness or dis-ease, stuck emotions. And then I want you to exhale these golden flecks out. They're attaching to anything that's not serving you. We're going to do 5 rounds of breath together. I'll keep count. You just breathe. Imagining these golden flecks coming into your energy system, into your body, attaching to what's no longer serving you, and exhaling, keeping your hand on your heart and your other hand on your tummy. Inhaling 1. Exhaling. Inhaling 2. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling 4. And exhaling. Inhaling 5. Hold. And exhaling. And a little bit more exhale. Letting your breath go back to normal. Feel how clear you feel. Everything that's holding you back is gone. It's out to the universe to be transmuted. This is a fresh, new you, ready for these new beginnings to invite into your life. I want you to continue on walking now, getting closer to that cliff, getting closer to the ocean. Continue walking until you get all the way to the ocean. Just follow the sound. Listening to the waves crash in. Now as you approach the ocean, I want you to look out and take in the awe-inspiring view of the vastness of the ocean. And in this moment, I want you to put your intention out there of manifesting your heart's desire, your inspiration, and from your spirit. And listen to the winds as they carry the message for you. Not attached to the outcome. Just standing in the wind and listening to the sound of the waves crash in. As you take this message, we're going to take this message to our journal. No matter how big or out there it may sound, we're going to just trust. So I want you to bring your head slightly down and your hands into prayer at your heart center. Taking in a nice deep breath. Exhaling. Slowly blink your eyes open. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Bringing your head up to rejoin us. And I invite you to take this message from the universe and to journal this down. This is what your heart's desire is and your inspiration and what is coming to you. So take this to your journal. And thank you for joining me and joining all of our energies for this new moon in Pisces, March 6, 2019, and Mercury retrograde. Namaste.